right? You ready?
I don't have a video of this heart.
There might be a little noise in here. Alright, so with the heart, you've got the sternocostal surface, pulmonary surface, diaphragmatic surface as well on the bottom. Then we have a coronary sinus here and here, which can also be called your atrioventricular sinus.
Okay.
Then you have your anterior and posterior interventricular sinus. You have your sulcus terminalis, and on the inside you have your cristus terminalis. You have your ligamentum arteriosum. Then, let's see, we'll do the vasculature next. We have, on either side of the aortic valve, we have your left and your right coronary artery. The left sends off a branch called your anterior interventricular artery. It then changes name to the circumflex artery, and it goes on around the heart. The right coronary artery throws off your, oh wait a second, I'm sorry. The circumflex also throws off your obtuse marginal artery, which also could be called your left marginal artery. Your right coronary throws off your right marginal artery or your acute marginal artery. The right keeps its name and continues around, and it throws off the posterior interventricular artery. Veins, we have the anterior cardiac vein, which feeds directly into the right atrium. You have the great cardiac vein, the small cardiac vein, which got here, and then you have the middle cardiac vein, which they all feed into the coronary sinus and feed into the coronary sinus right here. I mean, into the right atrium. You've got the superior vena cava coming in. You have your right and left brachiocephalic trunks. The right breaks off your right subclavian vein and your right internal jugular. And you have your left internal jugular and your left subclavian. Off of the subclavians, you have number 18 and 19 here are your internal thoracic, which supply the front part of your chest cavity.
There's another name for those, right?
No. And I'll show you another model here what the internal thoracics do. You have your ascending aorta, arch of your aorta, your descending aorta. You have 5 main branches, really. The first 2 we already talked about that come off right here. And the next 3 is you have your brachiocephalic trunk, which the brachiocephalic trunk leads into your right carotid, right common carotid, and your right subclavian. Then you have your left common carotid. It has its own branch. And then you have your
what do you name it?
left subclavian. Yeah, thanks. Great part there. Alright, then you have your pulmonary trunk.
So the 2 veins carry the internal jugular veins?
Correct. And then you have your pulmonary trunk, which is going to lead into your left pulmonary artery, and then your right pulmonary artery is going to come off right here and feed this way. And it comes out on the other side here.
What's that?
That's your right pulmonary. So this is where your hilum's going to be. This will feed into your lung here. You have your right pulmonary artery, your right primary bronchus, your right superior pulmonary vein, and your right inferior pulmonary vein, and then just the opposite on this side. Now you have some nerves that come down through here. The main one we're going to be able to observe on this one is your vagus nerve. On the other model, the phrenic nerve would come down on the anterior side of your hilum. On this one, you'll be able to see the vagus come down, this larger nerve. The vagus is going to send off a branch here, which is your left recurrent laryngeal. And then you have it's also going to off a cardiac plexus here. And then on the back, you should be able to see the right coming down and forming the esophageal plexus. The descending aorta also has your right and left posterior intercostal arteries, whereas your intrathoracic comes down and it's going to throw off your anterior intercostals, but your posterior comes from descending aorta. And I believe that's everything on the outside of the heart, I think.
No oracles.
Did I miss anything? Oh, yeah, sorry. You have your thoracic duct here and your thoracic lymph nodes. The thoracic duct comes in and actually feeds in right here, in between your internal jugular and your left internal jugular and your left subclavian. I think that's everything.
Your left auricle and right auricle.
Yeah, your
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then you have your vertebral artery vein here too. Yeah, you got your auricles, your sulcus terminalis. Inside you have your crista terminalis. You have your SA node, your pectinate muscle.
Sinus
The
venerum.
serous venerum.
Sinus venerum.
Sinus venerum. You got your foveovalis, or fossa valis. Small blue dot is where the coronary sinus ties in. The big one's IVC. Number 100 there is your AV node.
Number 59 is the bundle of His.
Yeah, I guess all that would be bundle of His, I guess. Would all that, the branching out from the AV node, be the bundle of His? Okay. And then I think that's everything with this guy. Over here we have your trabeculae carinae. You have your tricuspid valve. It has 3 cusps. Your anterior, your septal, and your posterior. It connects to your septal, your posterior, and anterior papillary muscles. In between your septal and your anterior papillary muscle, you have your number 63 here is your moderator band. Right here you have your supraventricular crest, and then right here you have your conus arteriosus. This is your pulmonary semilunar valve. You have 3 cusps there as well. You have an anterior, a right, and a left. And then this would be your interventricular septum. And I believe that's everything in that side. It gets a little simpler once you get over here. You just have trabeculae, you have your mitral or bicuspid valve. Oh yeah, I forgot there's another one. Chordae tendineae in both. This will be your anterior and posterior with anterior and posterior papillary muscles. Then you have your pulmonary semilunar valve, which in this one it's a little different. This one has an anterior right and left, and this one's kind of a posterior right and left. So the one in the back is your posterior, then you have your left and your right. And then, let's see, and you just have an anterior and posterior cusp as well. And in your left atrium, you can have some pectinate as possible. Then you mainly have your right and left superior and inferior pulmonary veins that come in and feed in on either side, number 50.
That's a wrap.
So there's only